What's going on, everybody? Jared Leon here with a video lesson on BIOC, a multi-month breakout. I missed the recording on my first entry there, but diving into the 1 year, you can see it's a breakout over 79. Nice volume. That's what makes it a key level breakout. That volume is something you really need to keep in mind when trading breakouts. So diving in here, I did not buy the original break. It came a little too much too soon, so I let it break without me, and I waited for that first pullback holding the breakout. I got in at 79.2. It dipped down to 78, held 78 very well, so I'm now risking 78 as the first major pullback, and 78 is I'm going to see as a key level. Always alerting the sniper chat here. So right here, it's looking like we're going to get a higher low holding 79, so I'm looking to add. Nothing big here. I didn't have that much capital to trade with today, so I'm just smaller size. Adding 500 shares there at 79.1, and got filled right away. I'm going to update my stop limit, 1,500 shares there at 78. And if you noticed, I put my stop just under 78. That way if it taps 78 and bounces off of it, I don't get stopped out right there at the bottom. So I give it a little wiggle room to play with. And now basically, I'm just going to sit back and relax here. I'm risking 78, and I'm waiting for that high of day break. And pretty quickly we get this 83 break here. I do have the clock sped up a little bit. But I'm looking to sell 2/3 of my position here in this break. I'm up about 5%, so I'm just going to lock in some gains, make me comfortable, let me be able to be patient with my other quarter of my shares, my other third. I knew coming into the stock that this was very choppy, and so I wanted to make sure I bought on dips and sold into rips. And the only reason why I knew that this was a choppy stock coming into it is because I've traded this before and I know how this plays out. So I was prepared for this to be choppy. And I may have sold my 1,000 shares a little too early here. I just kind of took that little bag. But this is where it gets choppy, and you'll see that it just kind of bounces up and down, holds 79, holds 80 cents. Updating my stop limit here again. And that was a pretty weak high of day break there. Not something I like too much. I'd like to see a little bit more strength out of that. But we're just going to sit back and relax, let it consolidate, and see if this can hold up. As long as this holds over 78, I have nothing to worry about. I am willing to take my loss on this, which is why I've sold the majority of my shares up there for 5%, so I've locked in some gains, and I can be more patient with my other third of my position. And right here, as it's holding 79, I try to add, but I don't get filled. It bounces without me. I wasn't adding much. I only had about $450 left in my account to add with, but Better than nothing. But I didn't want to chase it, and I wanted to have some more capital to trade if another trade popped up later in the day. So I just never tried to add again. I was okay with my 500 shares and my small win if it did end up breaking out. And this is where it gets hard because this is sped up action here. You know, it's hard to sit there in the moment and say, you know, how come this breakout isn't working? It's easy to let your emotions get the best of you. And this ends up holding 80 cents very nicely. And while it was in here consolidating, I wanted to add. I was telling my coworker while we were sitting in the car driving up to the job site that I should be adding here. This is, you know, it's choppy, but it's holding trend very nicely, making higher lows. I mean, this is, you know, I should have been adding in here. These are good ads, risking off that 79, 78 cents. And right here we hold 80 cents one last time, making that higher low, and we start to get a perk back towards high of day. Now, as this is breaking here, I sold too soon, way too soon. A little eager there with a little trigger happy, get that sell off. But I just wanted to take profits. I just wanted to take my gains. This was a choppy stock. I'm just glad I was right. I was patient. But ideally, you hold this a little bit longer, because I definitely sold way too soon. And boom, I'm out at 85. Of course, alerting the snipers to my buy and sells whenever I can. That's why I recommend you joining their group, being in the chat every day. And that's basically it. Here's the end of day. Almost touched $1. So you can see I sold way too soon.